Okay, so I'm kind of doing a small review on the Peavey Delta Blues combo amp. There's going to be pluses and minuses as with any amp. Some things just sound fantastic for some players and not so good for other players. At the moment we're demoing it through an Aria Pro Les Paul. It's got some Seymour Duncan Antiquity pickups in it, which I've never used before, so that's pretty cool. So obviously, being a blues Delta, they're giving you the impression that the clean sounds are going to be quite bright and situated for that clean blues. Or if you're playing jazz and you're knocking the tone down. Strat would sound even more twangy. So it's got two channels, but the EQ is shared. So whatever you use for your clean channel is the same EQ for your distortion channel. Sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't. It's got a nice reverb, which we're already hearing on there at the moment. I've got it quite low. It's with off and with lots. So it's not too bad a reverb. Just hide it in there now. It's also got a tremolo effect. Now I never use tremolo effects, so I don't really even know how to set them up the best. Dish that off. I believe that there's an input there. You can put a foot switch in so you can turn the effect on and off by foot. Okay, and probably the same thing for the distortion clean channels. So there's your clean channel. I've got it pretty bright because I've got it set up for some heavy rock. When we switch it over into the distortion channel, and I purposely made this a little bit more Metallica EQing, really a little bit more sharper. Has a very interesting sound because the distortion itself is still kind of being blended with its clean sound. So you can still, in amongst the distortion, the saturation, you can still hear this little bit of clean signal getting through. So that's going to work for some people, it's not going to work for others. So just that's with the mid out. With the mid in, it gets a bit louder, but it's also a chunkier sound. And so it's still got that clean sound kind of bleeding in there. And I'll just move some of the EQ around and see what we come up with. It's pretty much flat. But it's flat with the mid-range added in. Now I'll just take the mid-range out. Turn the volume up a little bit. suited to me. So the same sound, but with the mid-range in. In fact, with the mid-range in, I can hear more of the clean sound being blended in, which is probably something I would state right away. So my preference is to have that mid-range boost out, and most of the tricks. Obviously we're in an apartment building here at the moment, so we're not cranking it too loud or we get in trouble. But it's got a lot of volume under its belt to go. She's just wanting to sing a lot more.